Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. I'm Frank Toohill. A special event today. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's September 19th, 2021, and we're here at the Stony Brewery for the second annual program. It's a second annual program. They're going to release, right? I'm with Ken Engelman, right? 3,000.
Yes, we have 3,000 ducks, rubber ducks, that are going to be racing today at the second annual Stony Creek Brewery Duck Race. It's a fundraiser for the nonprofit 40-year-old Orchard House Medical Adult Day Center here in Branford, down in Short Beach.
Ken Engelman is he's the development director, and he also, besides this event, he also started Woofstock
on the Branford Green back in 2013 for the Dan Cosgrove Animal Shelter. So I like to come up with community engaging and fun events that are fundraisers for local nonprofits that serve our community.
Yeah, and surrounding us are, what's in all the bins?
Here we have 3,000. So right here we have 3,000 rubber ducks that 3,000 rubber ducks.
That's a lot.
That we're going to be dumping into the Branford River at 1 o'clock today. And the first prize, the first duck that comes across the finish line and we pick up, will win $1,000 cash. And then we have 19 other prizes worth $100 each prize for the remainder of the winners. So 20 total winners today.
So now everybody had a chance to sponsor one of the ducks, right?
Correct. We have many different sponsors and businesses in our community that stepped up to help us out and provide these prizes and motivate more people to buy ducks. Each duck is only $5 for a chance to win $1,000 or 19 other prizes.
Now, they'll be doing it again probably next year, 2022. So if you didn't sponsor one for yourself or your business this year, you can do it again next year, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going to grow year over year. More and more people are interested and want to participate. And it's a really fun event here at the brewery. And the Stony Creek Brewery has been a wonderful host for us. Very appreciative of letting us set up here.
Oh, the Crowleys always do a great job, and they are involved, right, in Branford. They help the community. Now, let's talk about the terrific Orchard House Adult Medical Daycare Center. Now, it's 40 years old now, right?
Yes, it's a nonprofit medical adult day center, and they've been serving our community since 1981. And it's a fantastic alternative to long-term care facilities or assisted living. So it's an important topic to be included in the conversation you have with a family member when it comes time to make a choice of next steps.
Now you can find out more information. It's www.theorchardhouse.org. So what it does for the elderly, right? It provides them with care during the day so they don't have to go to a nursing home. And then the other good thing about it, right, that for the families that care for these people, right, it provides them with respite.
Very important respite time.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a tough job being a caregiver. It gives them time to do other activities, relaxation, chores, and other things to balance out their daily lives.
Now, this was started, as he just said, 40 years ago. It was originally started in the downstairs at the Baptist Church on the Branford Green. And it was started by who? Phil Giuliano and Tom Romano.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. They were our founding fathers and board members who started this organization. And then as they grew, because it was such an important need for families in our community, they were lucky enough to move into Short Beach.
Yes.
Into the facility they're in now,
right.
421 Shore Drive.
Right. It's the Short Beach School, right? It's the old Short Beach School that they're in now.
Correct.
And it's a great program. At the time you started, right, I understand that there was no other adult daycare center between New Haven and New London.
Correct. It was an important need, and Phil and Tom saw that need before most others.
Yep.
So they organized the building of this place.
It's really great. It's a terrific program right here in Branford, and the reason we're here today, right, it's to help this organization on its 40th birthday. And as you can see, we're surrounded by the 3,000 rubber ducks that are just about to get dunked into the river right here in Branford.
Correct. It's a wonderful, good time. It's gorgeous weather out. Please come down to the brewery and buy yourself a duck for only $5 and have a chance to win. And you're supporting the nonprofit Orchard House Medical Adult Day Center. Very important service.
It really is. And we thank very much, you and all the good things that, that you do for the community as well.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being here.
Yep. That was Tom Engelman. He's the...
Ken Engelman.
Ken Engelman, I'm sorry. Orchard House Adult Medical Day Center Development Director. Thanks again for being with us, and we'll see you later.
Look forward to it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, stay with us. We're just about to show you as the 3,000 rubber ducks get dropped into the Branford River. Okay, there's the start line. It's the new bridge here over the Branford River. And that is Indian Neck Avenue. It's a beautiful summer day. No, yes, it is. It's still, we still have the summer season. It's September 19th, 2021. And it's high tide right now. It's just beautiful. I was in the swimming yesterday. The water temperature is just beautiful. Now behind me, they're putting up the finish line. And if you're just joining the program, you're saying, well, what's the finish line for? It's because 3,000 rubber ducks are going to be dunked into the Branford River off the Indian Neck Avenue Bridge that you just saw at the start line, and they're going to float all the way down to this point. This is where the finish line is going to be. And the first rubber duck to cross the finish line, the sponsor wins $1,000 cash. And then the next 19 that cross the finish line, every sponsor wins a prize worth $100. And then all the money left over goes to the Orchard House on its 40th anniversary. A great facility. We talked to Ken Engelman just about 5 minutes ago, and he told us all about the great Orchard House. Now, Stony Creek Brewery is the sponsor again this year. They only ran 1,000 rubber ducks last year, 2020. This year, they've gone to 3,000. Each one could be, sponsored for a very modest sum of only $5. This is a great facility here, the Stony Creek Brewery. I'll give you a little information about the brewery. Ed Crowley Jr. is the owner. It was originally started by Ed and Peggy Crowley. That's Ed Crowley Sr. and Peggy, his wife. And what they did was they contract brewed in the beginning at the Thomas Hooker Brewery up in Hartford. And then as they grew, they actually started their own brewery. And it's located right here in Branford. It's a 30,000 square foot facility. It's the second largest brewing operation in the state. And on the grounds, everybody has a good time when they're here at the Stony Creek Brewery. You can buy food, and they also have great activities outdoors. They have tours are given, of course. You can get access here to the river, right on the brewery. They have a great fire pit. They play games outside. It's a great place to hang out, and people have been here. Packed. The place is packed, and everybody has a great time. So that's about it. We should be starting soon. We'll be with the Branford's first selectman, Jamie Cosgrove, and you'll be seeing the 3,000 rubber ducks as they are dropped into the Branford River, and then we'll see who wins. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Okay, as you know, we're here. You're going to see the 3,000 rubber ducks get dunked in the river. Now, this whole event today, it's being helped out by three gentlemen from the Branford Yacht Club. And I have with me today Captain Ed Fitzgerald of the Yacht Club, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Eddie to the right.
Okay.
Captain of the Liza.
That's me.
All right. So, all right, so we have Captain Ed Fitzgerald from the Yacht Club. See, he's got
Correct.
the shirt on, you know, really nice.
Gotta
And then we
advertise.
have Captain Bartholomew Manson,
Manzi.
Bart. Bart for short.
okay? And we also have with us Captain Frank Savino, who is the Yacht Club secretary, right, Frank?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
good, good.
Yep.
All right, now they're standing in front of a beautiful Boston whaler. What's the purpose of the whaler, Frank?
The purpose of the whaler is it's the duck rescue boat. We help set things up. We'll be setting up the finish line in a few minutes, and then once the ducks finish their race, we'll be there to collect all the ducks.
We scoop them.
Yeah.
We got the crab scoops. These are going to be. We changed the name today to duck scoops instead of crab scoops.
Those are the two at the back of the
Those are the
whaler.
two at the whaler, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, good.
duck scoops today.
That's good. That's good. Now, in 2020 was the first running of this. I mean, were you involved then?
Oh yes. Yeah. The
How
light.
did it,
We were the catch boat that day,
oh, you
too.
were the catch boat again.
Yeah.
So you've had
we were the
practice.
rescue
Yeah, we were experienced.
You're experienced. That's great. Well, how did it go last year with 1,000?
Well, we didn't do it last year because of COVID, but the year before we did it. It was good. I think we got every duck back. We got everyone back.
You did. You
We got 'em all back.
caught them all.
We got them all.
Well, so okay, so that was 1,000. Now this year is 3,000. You're going to be able to handle it with only
Well,
the
we'll see.
two scoops?
We'll soon find out.
Yes, sure we will. We will.
There's actually a few other people who will be coming with kayaks and wave runners.
Yeah.
So they'll be scooping too. We'll get them all.
We'll get them all.
yeah.
One way or another, we'll get them all.
Yeah. So now, if a person sponsors one of these today, how do you tell, as to whose is whose?
There's a number on the duck, and it corresponds with the number on their ticket.
I see. Now, I understand that after the race today, all of the entries, that win, are going to be posted on the Facebook page for the Orchard House.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's how you can tell if
want a
yours
prize.
won. Yeah. And speaking of
Great
that,
organization, the Orchard House, is it? Right.
40 years. Yep.
yeah, no, it really is. It's terrific. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for being with us, gentlemen. Thanks for
problem.
helping
Thanks for
today
a
from the Yacht
beautiful
Club. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Thanks for acknowledging the rescue boat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Enjoy your day.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to talk just a little bit about the Stony Creek Brewery, so stay with us. Okay, here's a little bit more about the Stony Creek Brewery. It's a very interesting story. What happened was Ed Crowley owned 50% of DiCello's distributors in Orange. That's the largest privately owned Anheuser-Busch distributor in the state. And he kind of began to realize that popularity of craft breweries was beginning to accelerate. And he got very interested in the whole scene, because that's what it is. It's a scene. It's not just brewing craft beer. There's a whole scene to it, as you can see here at the Stony Creek Brewery. So he kind of started off contract brewing just a small amount of beer at first at the Thomas Hooker Brewery up in Hartford. And then he got more and more intrigued, and he actually sold his 50% share of the Anheuser-Busch, and he took the money, and this is what he did with it. And so now Ed Crowley Jr. is the owner, and it's doing very well here. It has 80 employees. It's always packed, especially on weekends. It's a great spot here in Branford because it's right on the river. This is where the old MIF, used to be, and it's all been cleaned up, and it's a real asset. The other thing too that's very interesting, in its first 12 months when it opened in it took them 4 years of planning to get this off the ground, and then once construction started, it took about almost a year to build it. And also the architect was from Branford. Joe Seapot is the architect of this place.
Frank, we're going to sneak by you.
Okay.
cut.
Those are the people from the yacht club, that are helping out today. So anyway, as I said, it took them 4 years of planning and then almost a year to build it. But it's 30,000 square feet, and so in 20, let's see, this opened in, 2010. Okay, opened in 2015, and the first year it was open, they produced 10,000 barrels of beer. And then 12 months later, at the end of 2017, they produced 22,000 barrels of beer. I don't know how many right now, but you can purchase the beer all over this state. You can purchase Stony Creek cans in Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. And they also operate their own brew pub at the Mashantucket Foxwoods Casino. So they've really taken the ball and run with it, okay? The Crowleys. So anyway, we're getting closer and closer to the kickoff time, and you're going to see 3,000 rubber ducks dunked here in the Branford River, and then we'll find out as to who the winner is. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Okay, we're here. It's Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. We're here at the Stony Creek Brewery on one of their docks. This is the second annual Stony Creek Brewery Duck Race, and it's for the Orchard House Adult Medical Day Center. And I'm with, again, Ken Engelman. It's about 12 o'clock. Ken, what's going on right now, sir?
So we're running around, we're setting everything up. We have a 50-50 going on inside. We still have ducks available for purchase for a chance to win $1,000 cash or the 19 other prizes worth $100 each one. And we're setting up the containment boom of the ducks, which is fun. If you take a look, we have a starting sign, a banner over the river at the bridge, and that's where we're going to drop 3,000 ducks. The tide is going to take all of the ducks down this direction towards the Branford Harbor, and we're going to have a finish line set up. At the finish line, we're going to create a V through a containment system to collect all the ducks so it creates a triangle. At the very tip of the triangle, we're going to have the first duck, and then we're going to have the 19 other ducks that we're going to call for the winners of those ducks. And the fireboat should have, if everything goes well, a First Selectman Jamie Cosgrove to call out those numbers. So we're hoping to see Jamie today, but things happen and he's got a lot of business, very busy man, so we'll understand if he doesn't, but we'll have a plan B set up just in case.
That's great. So, it's going to be a great afternoon. It's all going to be captured here for you, all the action. You're going to see it here on our program. I'm also with one...
Quackers.
Who is it?
Her name is Quackers.
Quackers is with us today. Hello, how are you?
Quack.
That must mean great, right? Because it is great today.
Quack, quack.
Yeah.
Quack.
She's giving us the 2 thumbs up signs. So that's great. Well, it's great to talk with you, Quacker.
Quack.
We just talked to a couple that came all the way from Indiana, Ken.
Fantastic. Yeah. I'm glad our branding and our PR is reaching Indiana.
It sure is.
That's wonderful.
Okay, so that's the latest. That's up to the minute right here, and we're gonna bring you the highlights. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank and Ken Engelman. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for being with us, Ken.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, getting closer and closer to when 3,000 rubber ducks got dunked in the Branford River. This is the containment. I'm trying to think of what to call it. It's you can see it's all been put together by the guy that's in that jet ski and the other one that's in the rubber Zodiac raft under the bridge, and that's going to serve as the containment for the 3,000 rubber ducks. And you can also see there's a lot of kayakers coming up too. One is towing one of the it's not one of the 3,000, but she's actually towing a huge rubber duck. But so I guess the idea now is they're gonna, as we get closer to 1 o'clock, when they drop them off the bridge here, they're going to stretch that across the river, and then you will see them, as they begin to pile up there on that containment. Now, at the very top of the bridge there, it looks like they just dropped off some of the 3,000 rubber ducks. And they're going to go back and, because that's where they're going to be coming in from, right there on that bridge. So there's a lot going on here at Stony Creek Brewery, and the action is just about to start. So stay with us as we bring it to you on Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Our coverage continues on the second annual Stony Creek Brewery Duck Race to benefit Orchard House Adult Medical Day Center. And as you can see, they have put up the finish line, and very shortly 3,000 rubber ducks will be dropped from the Indian Neck Avenue Bridge, and we'll see who the winner is. That particular first one to cross the finish line there, the sponsor gets $1,000 cash, and the next 19 that go across the finish line, they also get prizes worth $100 each from various sponsors. I'm here on, it's called a Rescue One boat, and they call it here at the Branford Fire Department Marine 3, and I'm here with Tyler and Jeff. They're both firefighter paramedics. And we're just about to be joined here on the boat by our first selectman, Jamie Cosgrove, who's going to be calling the race, I understand. Is that correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
We'll be pulling the winning ducks.
Okay. Okay, he said that he, the first selectman of Branford, is going to be pulling and choosing, the winning ducks. So there's a lot of action which is just about to take place. It's about 10 minutes to 1 right now. Again, it's a gorgeous afternoon here at the Stony Creek Brewery. Everybody's having a great time. And this great event for the Orchard House is just about to begin. Okay, we're just about to see the race begin here. The 3,000 rubber ducks here at the Stony Creek Brewery. I'm here with our first selectman, Jamie Cosgrove.
Hey Frank, how are you?
Good, sir. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, great. We got a beautiful day here on the Branford River, down at Stony Creek Brewery for a great event.
It's true. And you know what, right? The Orchard House, it's a fantastic organization, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, located on Short Beach Road. That for a number of years there, and they provide a lot of services not only to families of Branford but the surrounding towns. So it is really an organization that provides a very important service to a lot of families here in Branford.
That's really true. It's really true, and it's great because those people, right, the people that work there, they care about the elderly. It's not just a job to them,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And, to get, that, our elderly and give them a place to go and socialize and in a place, in a caring environment is very important.
Yes, sir.
Not only to, as I said, not only to the individuals, but also to their families as well.
Yeah. Now, I also... I just wanted to mention, right, this place, the Crowley's Brewery. I mean, this is quite an asset to the town, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This was, you recall, and certainly I'm sure many people do, what this site was for many years and just seeing it abandoned. And this was a revitalization of this area, and it has been a tremendous benefit in terms of drawing tourism to the town of Branford, which is not only certainly this brewery has seen, but it ripples throughout our community. It has a very positive economic benefit throughout town.
Yeah, and it's not just this one spot here that's going through the revitalization.
No,
this whole area is, right?
Right, and I remember when we were here for the groundbreaking, and I said at that time, and it's holding true. This was going to be the first project that I think you would see from this. You'd see other projects coming forward to revitalize this area and repurpose this old manufacturing site.
And it's great because, right, there's new housing here now too, and right, it's close to the train station, so people can take the train into New Haven and beyond, right?
Yep. There's a proposed development that will received approvals that should be starting in near future. That's great to see. And again, and also I think what is important to note, with that project is also kind of opening up this riverfront. Although there's access to it, I think they're going to have some amenities that really, not only for the benefit of the residents or those patrons coming to the business, but just the community at large who can come down and walk the riverfront.
I mean, you mentioned before, right, how this area is being cleaned up, and it's really true. At the time I was growing up in Branford, I was talking to Henry about this before. I mean, oftentimes the river would look like rust-colored, right?
Yeah, it's, but certainly, it's been cleaned up, not only the river, but the sound. There's been a tremendous effort to be, cognizant of what we're putting into the water, preventing, things going into the water so we have a cleaner sound. Frank, I see that they're lining up. We got to get going. They're ready to drop the ducks.
All right, sir. I can't wait. All right.
All right.
Stay with us. Okay, we're here in the Branford River, and we're with Tyler and Jeff, both firefighter paramedics, and they're steering the boat into position so we can see them drop the 3,000 rubber ducks into the Branford River. And then our first selectman, Jamie Cosgrove, who's across from me, is going to be sure to call, the winner and the next 18 or 19 winners as well. As you can see here in the river, there's a lot of recreational use. I was talking to Mr. Cosgrove before, and the old days, you wouldn't touch the water in the river. You'd be scared scared of coming down with some terrible disease. But it's all been cleaned up now. People, swim in the river, they kayak in the river, as you can see, and it's really been cleaned up, and it's a fantastic area. So let me speak to both Tyler and Jeff for a minute. So you've been on the boat now. How many years, Jeff, you've been on the boat?
So this is year 3, I believe, that we've had these boats in service. It's not a staffed unit. It's something that we keep in the firehouse for emergency purposes in the small rivers and small water areas of the town. They were purchased on a grant following one of the tragedies a few years back. We do have 2 marine units that are larger boats that are staffed at Stony Creek Dock and at the mouth of the Branford River. So these are utilized specifically for small water rescues where the larger boats cannot come in. So on an average year, it's a good year if we don't have to use them. We do train on them quite frequently to keep our skills fresh and mine the waters when needed.
That's great. So you're the captain today?
I'm the captain trainee today.
Oh, you are, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, we're getting close now to the start. It's about 3 minutes of 1. There's a big crowd on the Indian Neck River Bridge. You can see all the ducks. They're in that payloader, and they're just about to be dropped. Isn't this great, Jamie?
Yep, 3,000 ducks.
3,000 ducks in the river.
But they'll all be cleaned up at the end of it.
That's right. That's right. So this is a big step forward because I believe when they did this event 2 years ago, they only had 1,000, so they're up to 3,000 now.
Second year. Last year, I believe it was 1,000 ducks.
Cool.
Tripled it.
It's been tripled. Cool. So they should be calling the beginning of it very shortly. You'll be seeing it right here on this program as we bring all the action to you, and then you're going to see all the rubber ducks as they float down the river to the finish line. They have that big, colorful containment line, which they're going to stretch across the river to trap them as they come down this way. This is pretty good today, correct? I mean, right? It's a high tide. It's not that breezy today, right, Jamie?
Well, there's a little bit of a breeze,
Yeah, true,
but
true.
yeah, the tide's an outgoing tide. Obviously, is will bring the ducks towards us. They're going to funnel them down to a point with they're using the the pool noodles,
Yeah, that's
and they'll bring them down, and then we'll grab the one that's in the point, and that'll be the winner. And then I think it's 19 other ducks to round out all the prizes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now they're also going to post all the winners on the Orchard House Facebook page, so you can find out, as to who the winners are. It's a big crowd now, and all eyes are on those rubber ducks up there in that payloader. They're just awaiting for the start of 1 p.m., and then they'll be all dropped at once, and we'll see what happens, and we'll be covering the action for you. Right here, we're on a great Branford Marine 3 today.
If we can get there, otherwise we may need you to pick it and give it to us. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Because we're getting caught up in a lot of this current.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, the tides. Yeah.
Current's a little rough.
The current. You think it's picking up?
It's strong today.
It's a strong current today. Yeah.
You got the tide change, so it's going to push you out a little harder. Should
Yeah.
be a fast race for the ducks with the wind.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Jeff. Now, I suppose, right? I mean, this should never happen. But just in case you haven't, you guys are trained. You guys are trained paramedics. So I mean, if there was some kind of a health problem, you could handle that, right?
We can handle it and then call for additional resources as needed. Today, our primary execution mission is to maintain the position for you guys out here for the duck race and hope for a good day.
Absolutely.
So far, it looks like everybody's being pretty safe out here, so it's always a good thing.
Always a good thing, yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, I have right about 1 p.m., so it should be any minute, any second. It's around the town of Branford with Henry and Frank. We're here on Marine 3, right in the middle of the Branford River. And there's the 3,000 rubber ducks in that payloader on the Indian Neck River Bridge, just about to be dropped. The grand prize is $1,000 to the first one that crosses the finish line. It's a beautiful afternoon. There's a lot of people here on the river watching the action. Everything's all ready to go. We just have to be told when to make the drop. It's now 1 o'clock. Up from 1,000 last year to this year, 3,000 rubber ducks into the Branford River. We're here with our first selectman, Jamie Cosgrove, and he's going to call the winner. There's a little V there, you see, right? And that's where the winning entry is going to wind up. And it looks like there's going to be some action any second.
What's that? How far up? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Are they going to drop this? I don't know if they're going to pull it back so it gets to the.
I believe once they're all like at a certain point, they're going to close the back end and kind
Oh,
of pull it in.
so it comes. Yeah. Well, like I told the woman with the duck, she'll grab it if we can't get to it.
Just about to see the beginning of the second annual Stony Creek Brewery Duck Race for the Orchard House Adult Medical Day Center. It's September 19th, 2021. It's an absolutely beautiful day, blue sky, white clouds. It's just after high tide, and so the tide is just beginning to come out now. So the current is flowing in the right direction for the Stony Creek Annual Duck Race. It's great to be out here on the river. We're here on Marine 3, one of the Branford Fire Department's 4 rescue boats. There's clapping going on now. You can see there's 2 containers to the right there, which I guess have part of the 3,000 rubber ducks. I guess they couldn't get all 3,000 into that payload or shovel. So they're all going to be heaved at the same time. They're waiting for the signal. And then, the race will be on. You can see the person you can see a quacker there on the left. This is a great event, lots of fun, raising money for the 40th birthday of the Orchard House Adult Medical Day Center down in Short Beach, a real asset to the town. And if you have any questions about the Orchard House, it's www.orchardhouse.org. There's a lot of suspense going on, right, Jamie?
Yeah, still selling a couple more ducks, and they're putting numbers to them, so this should be dropping shortly.
Oh, I see. That's cool, yeah. I see.
People are still coming in. I think they see the activity. People are coming in off the street to get some additional ducks.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. All righty, so So, I mean, as our first selectman said a few moments ago, every sponsor is very important, and I'm sure they'll be doing it again next year. So, if you didn't sponsor this year, you know, there's always 2022.
Oh, so even better in a flat bottom. Watch your radio. Thanks.
Hanging up?
Yeah. The light tracks don't design well with the radios.
I think they're about to drop now. It's about 10 after 1. The last few sponsors were bought. The last few rubber ducks were taken. $5 each. Drop those ducks. They're chanting. One just dropped, I believe. Is this a trial? Do you think this is a trial run for one to see how, you know, the currents are? It's probably just a trial, don't you think?
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
We're out of the loop. We're waiting for the
That's right. That's true. Yep.
Yeah, I believe it is. Though.
Yeah.
That's the lead. That's a pace stop.
Yeah. No, right. That's right. You're right. There you go. Woo! There they go. 3,000 rubber ducks in the Branford River on their way to the finish line. Out front there is the pacer. And they're going to come right down into this containment line. And the winner is going to be called by our first selectman, who's with us, Jamie Cosgrove. Our camera is right behind the white flashing finish line there. You see it's going up and down in the wind. Here they come. They're coming pretty fast.
Yeah, they're going to move. Like you said, we have a fast current right now, so it's going to be a fast-paced race.
Yes, yep, exactly. Here's the pack. They're in almost a V, a big V formation. That's an unbelievable thing to see.
Yeah, it is. They're all coming. It's going to be a close race. Now they're going to start pulling it down into a V and get there.
Yep. There we go. All right, they're almost at the finish line. They're coming through.
Scoop! Just scoop the first 20.
They came through the containment line there, and they're scooping the first 20 that got through. Those are the winners. Quite a sight.
All right, we'll get it from her. She's got the number 1 right there on the back.
19?
19 or 20. I don't know. Grab an extra one just in case you need it.
We're really good at this?
Yeah. I know.
Let him go. Scoop them up. Scoop them up. You gonna give it to him? Here, do you want 2 and 3?
Is that number one?
Yes.
That's number one. The first selectman has it. He's going to read the number. There it is.
They're gonna call it up there. I'm gonna text it in.
Okay, cool.
Hang on.
That's number 2.
Hang on, I gotta watch the bow. Watch the bow.
That's nice surprise. How many more do I
This is
got?
number 2.
We're surrounded by all these floating ducks. There's another one that we just got, number 3. Oh,
These are 2 and 3, Jamie.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. 1, 2.
now we spoke to 3 gentlemen from the yacht club earlier. They're going to go down the river when this is over, and they're going to scoop up all the rubber ducks, so there won't be any pollution, from this activity today.
If we can get him to push that way, we'll just go right up to the dock.
Do you want some more, sir?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
start passing
Yeah.
me those
All right.
first. I'll
Yes,
put
sir.
them in order.
Yes, sir.
Watch your back.
2 more. 2 more. There you go, sir.
Hang on, Frank.
That's all right. Take your time. So we have all 20 winning rubber ducks now in the boat with us here on Marine 3. And these are the winners. They've each won $100 worth of prizes. And of course, the grand prize won $1,000 in cash. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, all right.
Right there.
Yes, sir. There you go. All right, so we got all 20 now.
Just
Those
watch
are the
that line
winners.
going underneath. We're gonna go back up to the dock.
Hey, Henry, watch out.
So you can check the Orchard House Facebook page.
986 is the winner number. 986 is the first prize duck.
Okay, so the $1,000 went to 986. So if that's yours, you're $1,000 richer, thanks to this event. Whoa, whoops.
You're good. You're good.
I knew that was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Well, at least you should take your head up. Jeff, what side
So
you
it was a great event,
What?
and I'm sure they'll be back again in 2022 again.
All right, so
And
go around.
they'll do it again now, right? When they did it the first time, it was 1,000 ducks. This time, 3,000. Who knows how many next time? But it's a great event to raise money for Orchard House, which is an excellent activity down in Short Beach. It has 2 purposes. It takes care, right, of the elderly, keeps them out of institutions, and provides the families with important respite. So we're going underneath the Indian Neck River Bridge right now, and it's been great to be with you today. I'm with on the Branford Fireboat Marine 3. I'm with Tyler. Great to be with you, Tyler. You did a great job.
You as well. Thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure. And also with Jeff. Jeff?
Thank you guys for doing this. It's a good event. Congrats to the winners. Look forward to it again next year.
Absolutely, yeah. So right now, our first selectman, he's looking at all 20 winning rubber ducks, and he's looking at each one to get the code number, and it's being texted up to headquarters there. And like I said earlier, you can take a look later on at the Orchard House Facebook page for a list of the winners. If you did not participate this year, like I said before, there's always next year. I'm sure they're going to do it again.
Just catch
So it's been great to be with you today, Jamie, and keep up your good work. Keep up the good work. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome, sir. All right, so for Henry Pond, I'm Frank Toohill, and until next time, goodbye.